What's up guys, it's Phoenix back with my video today, and this video is going to be a tutorial on how I set up my Dendrobates leucomelas froglet grow out container, which is this guy right here, and we're just going to get into it. As you guys can see here, I have all the main components necessary for setting up a terrarium slash grow out container. I have the container itself. This is a 128 ounce deli container. So that was purchased at Greg West at Cornell's World. I believe he can ship these anywhere, definitely in Canada, if not in the United States as well. I have my substrate mix over here. It is kind of a modified AGB. If you guys want to know more about substrate, click up top here and you guys can check out that video. This is just a modified mix. We have the light right here. We have some representation of the plants that are going to go in here. We have some leaf litter over here, and in this box over here represents the bioactivity. So this is a tub full of springtails. I will be adding those into the tank as well. This is going to be a super simple setup. First things first, I will tell you that this container does have holes drilled in it. You can see right there, there's a little fleck, and that is actually where a hole is drilled. So there is enough ventilation in here to sustain a couple living creatures. I will be keeping all my leucomelas froglets in here. Currently I just have 2. In another container I'll be setting up for my azurius froglets. However, I don't even have any that have back legs yet, so I'm not really worrying about that at the moment. The first step to making it is dumping in your substrate media. I'm going to mix this up, and then I'll probably end up taking some of this out actually, because maybe not actually. You can see there's a mix of coconut husk, leaves, fir bark, sphagnum moss, peat moss, there's coconut coir, carbon, and that pretty much rounds it out. Now that I have the substrate in there, I'm just going to give it a bit of a mist down here, just to make sure it's sufficiently moist. The coconut husk was dry, as well as much of the other media, so it might look pretty wet right now. However, that stuff is going to dry out really quick. The hiding spots I'm using is just going to be upturned leaves. I'm not exactly sure what kind of leaves these are. I think they're magnolia leaves, and they're just going to be sitting in the tank like that to provide a little bit of a hiding spot for them in case I scare them. However, I will be covering the bottom with the oak leaves as well. So they're going to have a ton of room to hide in here and to get away from each other. Toss in a couple more in there. I'm going to shred this in here and shred it. Now this is just so it has a little bit more ground coverage, so I don't need to use quite as much leaves, and it's also going to benefit the frogs so that they don't have to be in direct contact with the substrate at all times. So that's kind of nice for them. Now, I picked this vine to go in there. I don't really know what this is called. If any of you guys know, definitely shoot it in the comments down below. But this stuff grows like a weed. So I figured, you know what? Why not put it in here? I mean, absolute worst case scenario, it doesn't do very well. But I have so much of it and it grows so quickly that I'm not really too worried about it, as it is already quite a large cutting. I have 2 little tiny cuttings of Peperomia prostrata as well to go in here, and just to see how they do. I don't really expect these to take off by any stretch of the imagination, because I'm pretty sure they're not going to. There will be a tiny bit of light on here. This light is really not great. It's tiny LED. It will definitely provide enough light to grow some of the plants in here though, and that's really all I needed to do. So what I want to do is press that leaf in there. I'm going to press this leaf in there. Now we can add water to our master springtail culture, and we will add springtails. And there we can see the floating mass of springtails. All I'm going to do is hold my hand over some of the carbon and just dump them right in. Whoop, whoop. As you can now see, there is a ton of springtails I added in here. This is just to give the culture a great start and the frogs a little bit of food to start off with right off the bat, so they can fill their little bellies to their heart's content. I'm sure you guys are aware that that is not all the ingredients that you need to make it bioactive. Where is all the isopods, Mike? And that is what is about to be coming in hot right now. There's a little package full of isopods. Here we go. I'm not going to use the whole handful that I took because there's a lot of them in said handful. And now these guys are going to be cleaning up a lot of the waste that's going into their tank because the springtails will likely be eaten whenever seen. However, the isopods are quite large and aren't really easily preyed upon by little baby froglets. Now, the most important part is adding our little froglets. So what I'm going to do is just open them up a little bit here. Come on, little dude. I hope you guys can see him. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Oh, he went right into hiding. You couldn't even see him. And this is the second one right here. There he is. These are Guyan in yellow. And we'll just pour him in there. Cool. There we go. And there you have it. It's that easy, you guys. It's really not that much of a challenge. It's an easy process. As you can see, he's there. I don't think he really understands what's going on just yet. Now, I'm not going to throw any fruit flies in here just yet. I will start that probably tomorrow because it's feeding day. That wraps up the video, you guys. You can see just how big that container actually is. It's 128 ounces, so it's quite large, and it is definitely a suitable grow-out tank for these guys. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, drop a like down below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, leave it in the comment section. I reply to any and all comments. And if you want to see more of my content and you want to see how these guys are doing, then subscribe to my channel and you will not be disappointed. While you're there, play Ding Dong Ditch with the doorbell next to it. That way you're notified whenever I go live and or post a video. So I want to thank you guys very much for watching this video. Until the next one, Graphic Phoenix, out of here.